Hello, we are going to do simplifying, adding, and subtracting radicals today. First, we're going to simplify, which you guys have already done, and then we are going to add and subtract them. So first, we're going to go to simplify. Remember, you want to break it up into the biggest square root that goes into that number. Okay? So for this one, I'm going to break it up into the square root of 9 and the square root of 5. Because 9 times 5 is 45. So I take the square root of 9 and I get 3. I can't do anything to the root 5, so it stays root 5. Now I need to break up 72. A lot of you are probably thinking, oh, I can do 9 and 8. 9 is not the biggest square root that goes into 72. So you want to find the biggest square root. Remember, these square roots are 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. Remember, it's everything squared. So we're going to break this one up into the square root of 36 times the square root of 2. So I take the square root of 36, which is 6, and I can't do anything to the root 2, so it stays root 2. Now I need to break up 2 root 80. So I'm going to break it up into what goes into 80. What's the biggest square root? It's 16 and 5, because 16 times 5 is 80. Now I'm going to take the square root of 16, which is 4. Now I took the square root, so the square root sign is gone. The radical is gone. The 5 I can't do anything to. Since these are both outside, we multiply them. So our answer is 8 root 5. Now, we're going to go over and add and subtract. It's just like combining like terms. You need to have the same radical in order to combine them. And you combine it just like we would, say I had 3x plus 4x squared minus 5x. I don't have another x squared, so I don't do anything to it. But these two I can combine. And remember, you only combine their coefficients. So it's 3 minus 5, which is negative 2, and the x stays the same. And then you have the 4. What? You couldn't do anything with that one, so it stays. Same thing here. I'm going to look. Okay, I can't do anything with this root 5. There's not another one. And I can't break down any of these. So I'm just going to combine the negative root 3 and the negative 3 root 3. When I combine them, remember, I am just combining the coefficients. So I have negative 1 and negative 3, which becomes negative 4 root 3. Can't do anything with that, so I just write it. And that's my answer. Okay, this one, none of them are the same, but I can break down the 24, just like we did over here. So I'm going to do that. So I break down 24 into 4 and 6. So when I break it down, I'm going to have minus 2 root 6. And then I've got this other, the rest of the problem. Okay. I can only combine these two. And again, when I combine them, I am only combining the coefficients. So this negative root 3 stays negative root 3. Negative 3 plus negative 2 is minus 5 root 6. Notice the root 6 stays root 6. Okay, this one over here. We got to break down all of these. This one, so it's 3 times 4 times 2. Can't do anything to this one. Plus 3 times 9 times root 2. Plus 3 times 9 times root 3. So this becomes a 2. This becomes a 3. And this becomes a 3. Now, I take 3 times 2, which is 6. So I've got 6 root 2 minus root 2 plus, now I have this 3 times 3, which is 9. And remember, I took the root, so there is no root on that anymore. Root 2 plus, again, 3 times 3, which is 9, root 3. Now I have to look which ones are alike. The root 2's. So again, I'm going to take all their coefficients and I'm going to combine them. So I've got 6 minus 1, which is 5. 5 plus 9 is 14. So I've got 14 root 2 plus 9 root 3. Okay? And that's the lesson.